SPARK program, which has brought us here today for the purposes of launching the online platform. We are a part of the SPARK consortium. SPARK is about supporting refugee protection and assistance in the Kakuma area or in Turkana area. And Kakuma and the Turkana in general is one of the counties that has been very, very supportive in terms of refugee operations.
So the SPARK program, NRC is the lead agency with the other agencies that are operating in SPARK. So we have that role in terms of bringing everybody together. But in addition to that, NRC has a long work in vocational training. So we're running a lot of vocational training courses, and that's the main element that we've taken within the SPARK consortium. Plus we're very involved in some of the approaches to entrepreneurship through increasing digital opportunities.
AHI is one of the consortium partners within the SPARK program. We do livelihoods within the SPARK program in Kakuma. This includes the digital skills training in entrepreneurship, business skills, and supporting our beneficiaries, both the refugees and the host communities, to not only acquire business skills, but also skills that allow them to work in the digital space and be able to run their own business.
Handicap International is a part of the consortium of SPARK. It's one of the partners in SPARK, and our role is to bring about inclusion of persons with disability. Previously, persons with disability have been left out for different reasons, whether because they can't be seen, they are hidden, or because they don't have the level of education that is required for livelihoods or for being involved in the education that is being offered, or for many other reasons that the attitudes of people and people thinking that because persons with disability have disability that they are not useful for the society. So we are in this consortium to ensure that the opportunities that are being offered also reach the person with disability, and the person with disability is able to show their capacity and capability in being self-reliant.
And FieldMade is part of the SPARK consortium, and we engage in two outcomes, that is skills development and policy and advocacy. So for skills development, we have media arts studies that we impart to the Kakuma youth, both the refugee and the host community, and those are necessary skills for them to be able to tell their stories through creative means by use of arts in terms of film, and also we teach them photography and community journalism. So we believe that these are skills that if they acquire, they'll be able to use those skills both in the refugee camp, in their home countries when they go for voluntary repatriation, and also in third countries when they'll be resettled.
SPARK is one of the programs basically that is working towards ensuring this integration, but more specifically in the area of economic integration for the refugees and focusing on self-reliance. The main or the key areas that we are focusing on as a consortium, which is made up of 5 organizations. We have NRC, that is the lead, Danish Refugee Council, FieldMade, we have AAH, and we also have Handicap International. Basically, we are looking at 3 key areas. One of the key areas being the whole issue of policy influencing, and the purpose for doing this is on the realization that without a conducive environment, as much as we may want to talk about self-reliance for the refugees, it may not be possible to accomplish that. So we are working closely with the national government. We are working with the county government of Turkana and other stakeholders to basically address issues related to policies that we can have in place including the review of the Refugee Act, that would, in a way, enhance economic integration of the refugees and make it possible for refugees to access markets, for example, and to work closely with the host communities.
I would like you to support us because we don't want to rely on somebody, depend on somebody to be burdened, because disability does not mean to be burdened, means to rely on yourself.
This was a very encouraging moment, especially to see our visually impaired beneficiary coming here and addressing the congregation and telling people what a person with disability is able to do. For me, that is such an achievement, because everybody who was here walked out with a different perspective of what disability really is, and has walked out knowing that a person with disability is able and capable like any other person.
So the other component of what FilmAid is doing is basically being a communication organization on behalf of the consortium. And that means documenting the process of the program. That means also bringing the necessary part of information, particularly on social cohesion between the refugees and the local community. So mass information dissemination on social cohesion. So along the way, also FilmAid collaborates with the 5 partners to tell the human interest stories. So the ones that are identified to be successful, to be impactful, to be doing well, we are able to document that so that the program can be able to use that information to reach out to the outer world, to the external world outside the refugee operation.
So one of the things that we hope to build on from the things that were presented today is to actually create entrepreneurial spaces which are connected into the global market. So we're looking at business process outsourcing, and we're looking at freelance work online, and making sure that host communities and refugee communities can have that opportunity just like anybody else in the rest of the world would have. So we do this through something that we're building up a concept of an e-hub in that way.
I believe the world is going digital, and being able to buy and sell online is the new way to go. So this will really make the people that we serve be able to connect to the bigger market, that is the international and national market, because the world is a global village, and this will go a long way in boosting their sales, I believe, yes.
Last year, for example, we got a big order for refugee conference bags, which are made by refugees in Nairobi. And they were needed in Dakar, Senegal, for a women conference that was there in Senegal. But I'm telling you, the way to get those products to Senegal, or even to link the buyers of these products and the refugees that were producing them, was quite cumbersome. We had to use a lot of intermediaries. But if that is needed today, you can get in touch with the refugees and buy them direct. So that's the exciting thing about the online platform we are launching today. Very, very exciting for me, and happy about it.
We are grateful for the partnership that we've had with the other consortia partners. We are grateful to UNHCR and the Turkana County government for having hosted us and the work that we are doing in Turkana County. And we are grateful to DFID, who have provided the financial resources that make it possible to implement this project. We're also grateful for the hard work that our beneficiaries, both the refugees and the host communities, have put into the work that we are doing. If they did not have the sort of commitment that they have to improve in their own livelihoods, then this project would not have been possible. So thank you very much to all our partners.
I think it's been a really great event today. I think it was very useful that we brought together the donor, the county government, UNHCR and ourselves, and all the speeches were talking about the potential of Spark and how we can do even more work and look for even more synergies across our organizations.
It is a journey that has just started, and it is through the effort of all partners to be able to reach the goal, and that is enabling the refugees and the host community to be able to depend on themselves and lead a better life than we found them leading.